Paperback Educational Publishing's Into the Woods. Ron stood in the family room. Boxes sat everywhere. There were stacks. Mia came into the room. She was his sister. So many boxes. This will take days. Their dad came by. He held a large box. Your rooms. Did you unpack yet? I did, Ron said. I am all done. Me too, Mia said. Mr. Hicks had a new job. They came from the city. So, he said, the house may be old, but it is big. Do you like it? Ron was not sure, but he gave a smile. Sure, Mia said. It is great. Ron stood by a window. He saw the backyard. It had an old fence. Dad, Ron said, back there, behind the fence. What is out there? Those are woods. Be careful. Do not go alone. Take a friend or your sister. Mr. Hicks left with the box. Hey, Ron said to Mia, I want to go. Where? Into the woods. Me too, Mia said. But when? In the morning. The next day came. It was dawn. Their dad was asleep. Ron woke up Mia. They put on coats. Then they went out back. Ron held his bat. Mia saw it. What is that for? We may need it. There could be wild dogs. Who knows? Mia shook her head. She saw a rake. I will take this. Come on. The fence was old. Parts were broken. Mia, Ron said, here is a hole. We can fit through. Their dad was right. The woods were thick. Mia hit vines with the rake. Ron had his bat. He hit vines too. They both cut a path. Soon they found an open spot. There were no trees. It was clear of vines. Tall grass grew. Hey, Ron said, look. A small shack stood there. It was old. Then they saw a man. He was in the shack. The man came out. His face was dirty. He wore an old suit. It was a uniform, but it was torn. Ron and Mia stood still. The man had a gun. He held it up. Stop! Drop your weapons! Do not move! Ron put his bat down. Mia let the rake drop. The man saw this. He took a step back. Then he went into the shack. Run! Ron said. Run, Mia! Run! They ran into the woods. Fear drove them. This way, Mia said. Faster! They saw the fence. There was the hole. They ran into the yard. Ron tore open the door. Hurry, he said. Get in. Mia ran inside. Come on, Ron. Close the door. Lock it. Ron and Mia sat down. Breathe, Ron said. Just breathe. Mr. Hicks came into the room. Hey, you two. You are both up early. Are you okay? Ron gave him a smile. Sure, Dad. We are fine. Yes, Mia said. Their dad held up a book. I found this. It was in my room. I read it. You should too. Ron took the book. Mr. Hicks sat down. He told them more. It is about this area. This house is in it. The land here is old, very old. Mia sat close to Ron. She could see the book. Their dad went on. The book has old photos. It tells about the Civil War. There was a battle here, right on this land. Ron took a look. He was in shock. His face went white. There was a photo. It was of a man. He stood by a shack. A gun was in his hands. It was the man in the woods. The gun was the same one. So was the shack. Mia saw the photo. Her eyes grew wide. Her face went white, too. "Hey," Mr. Hicks said, "what is wrong? You look like you saw a ghost."